3, 2, 1.
Oh, that's where I come in. How you doing, Cody?
Doing pretty well, dude. Episode 2.
Nice.
City
Yeah.
Logic.
Keeping it going.
Feels good to be back.
2 makes it consistent.
3 makes it better.
4 is
No,
possible.
it stops there. It stops there. But no, it's good to be back. The first episode under our belt. It's good to have it.
Started rough, I think.
Yeah.
Ended better.
For those of you that didn't miss it or didn't tune in, we had computer troubles. The battery died halfway through. Was that first? No, the camera shut off first. About 12 minutes in, I forgot to change the setting on my Canon camera, and it shut off 12 and a half minutes in for some odd reason. Don't necessarily know why yet. And then halfway through, well, the computer died. Still kept the recording, so it's consistent.
Classic technical difficulties.
Yeah, I mean,
first podcast is exactly what you would expect.
Exactly. I mean, it almost went as we expected, but we had a blast.
Yeah, it was surprisingly fun just to sit and talk for an hour.
Even if only 5 people listen to it, and 2 of them are us. Well, 3 is Luke. So
I'm trying to make Cody more realistic about this podcast.
Yeah. See, I have too high of expectations right now. But then again, I'm going to argue that's how you shoot for the stars. Because if you just go into, we're going to have 5 to 6, maybe 10 listeners the first 20. See, that's probably true.
Make sure your computer's not turned off already.
Have you heard that button? Everyone, hold up, freaks out a little bit. But
no, okay. So when we're making this podcast, day 1, Cody wants T-shirts made, ready to go. I'm like, hold up, pause. Let's get at least 100 views first.
we'll get there.
We will get there.
We'll get there. That's all about YouTube, podcasting, honestly a whole lot of stuff for you people out there in the music industry. I know you guys go for plays and time listen. I mean, when we started out with YouTube, we tried to shoot for the stars too much, the both of us. I mean, you took the whole, we got to come back to reality a little bit before I ever could.
That's why we're a good team, though.
It is.
That's why we're a really good team. You
It's,
shoot for the inspirational, shoot for the stars and all that.
I mean, I just figure it's necessary, and that's how you get better. You see it, you're like, all right, I don't want to keep settling for just 150 views, or now we're at 200 views.
Well, if you watch our first YouTube video versus the last one we did, our trip to Philly, the growth is amazing.
The growth, I mean, the feedback. And you wouldn't
get that if you were just satisfied with being, if you didn't have any goals to get better.
That's fair. I mean, to be fair, the first video, we didn't even mean to make it into a YouTube video. We're like, hey, let's just record while we're kicking around on a soccer field, hit a couple bangers. Next thing you know, I discovered iMovie with the, lack thereof equipment I had and editing skills. And boom, it actually turned into a funny little video.
Well, the funny thing is that you used iMusic. And you can always tell when somebody... iMovie, yeah. You can always tell when somebody's using iMovie because 90% of the time it's using the same song. Same really generic song. And I know that because in sophomore year, we did a group project where we had to make a video and we used iMovie. We used that song and all that. And I think it's hilarious. But you made iMovie actually work as a legitimate video making tool.
That's so true because I had guys in the mass media department at Emory and they were like, so dude, you use Premiere Pro? You use Final Cut? I'm like, no, iMovie. And
comes with the phone.
Yeah.
Check it out.
Free app. It's only maybe a gigabyte. And they didn't believe me. They didn't believe I recorded it, or not recorded, but edited on iMovie, let alone on my phone.
On your phone.
So a lot
made all those videos on your phone.
Shout out to all those people that were patient with me to texting them back late. You know why now? All the editing, but
I'm sure people have been waiting 3 years to figure this out.
That is true. I mean, there would be times where people are like, dude, I'm trying to ask you a question about this assignment in class. I'm like, I'm trying to edit this YouTube video. Come on. So it was. I mean. You start somewhere. So, I mean, it's funny when you look at it, those little videos that were 2-3 minutes long and super cheesy, the transitions were terrible, the quality was crap. Every other clip could have been a picture or this, mediocre iPhone 4 looking quality. I mean, you just kind of learn over time. and you get better with it. It's repetition. It's anything like a sport, music, anything you do, it's just repetition.
Yeah.
So.
And we did it a good amount of times.
Good amount of videos to get there. I mean,
still making them. We're not done. Traveling techers aren't done yet.
Speaking of which,
mentioned it last time.
We did mention it last time, like 3 times. We didn't want to get to it. We wanted to wait for the next episode after we kind of introduced ourselves. But 39 days.
I don't think we should go into too much detail yet. Still
fair, because we haven't decided.
Because we're gonna make a video about it. Nothing else. We're gonna make a plain Jane YouTube video or a classic normal video.
Mm-hmm.
And I don't want to give away things that we're going to be doing.
No. We can, shout out certain countries and stuff.
Things.
Okay, you know something I don't know.
No. You just got to think a little bit.
All right, moving on. So some of the countries we're going to be going to, we can share that, but cities, specifics, breweries, soccer stadiums, castles, I've said too much already. I won't mention any specifics, but... But just in case anyone out there listening that maybe in one of those spots or know a friend from college or somebody played on this sports team with or family or whatever the case may be, by all means, let us know. Shoot us a text, DM us. Love to hook up with them and meet them up and learn about their culture. But 39 days today, right?
Yep, 39 days. We did the math earlier. With this trip, what is your goal coming out of it? Like what? So with the last trip, with all of your trips, I know that you're always trying to learn cultures, get to know people, learn how people live and whatnot. For a lot of this trip, we're going to be staying with people who live in these countries. We're going to be staying at hostels and all that for the most part. Is this going to be would you say, a more unique experience than I feel like some people are used to on European adventures?
Oh, 100%. This is going to be a hard question to answer with a small answer. But
I think we've got 55 minutes, so...
Oh, gosh.
So
55 minutes to fill the gap.
Hopefully, we don't have any technical difficulties today. We've got my brother working the behind the scenes as he's trying to figure out how to make my phone plug back in.
It's all right. The GoPros are charging. That's what matters.
Yeah, that's all.
GoPros are charging. The computer's charging. The software's going. The mics are good. It's all right. All right. Back to the question.
Back.
Take a sip if you need.
Oh man. No, it's going to make it worse.
All right, so what am I looking to take away from this trip? Yeah, Luke, you need a sip, dude. All right, so what am I looking to take away from this trip? So
take a sip of your Pepsi, mate.
We're not continuing until you do.
Okay.
All right, moving on.
He's trying so hard not to talk. Okay. Back to the question.
Yes.
What are you looking forward to? What are you trying to get out of it? Your normal inspirational go about or anything new?
I would say, yeah. I mean, as you and only a few others know, I'm seeking to start my own travel agency, and the whole idea behind it is traveling for cheap.
Shout out Cruise Fit Travel.
Oh my gosh, I was waiting for a joke. So I want to help people travel on a budget like I've always done since DJ and I started. March 2017, first trip to New York. Shout out again, Dallas, I miss you.
I'll answer next time you call, I promise.
That's if he calls. He lives like 40 minutes away from you now, not 5 states away, and he still can't call you. That's right, we still love you. So, yeah, I want to say it's definitely going to still shift towards that. I'm trying to build my arsenal in the places I've gone, add the places I can help people travel and see, because that was always a goal of mine. Before we took our first cross-country road trip, never did I think I was going to be able to do that, especially in my 20s. Mm-hmm. What were we, like 21 when we first went? Like that's unheard of. I've done it twice. Not even a week and a half later when we got back, we went to Europe. Yeah. Each trip you learn so much, not just about yourself, not just about the world, but just about different culture, and it shapes you and the people that you become as you adapt during these trips, the people you meet, things they pass along, things that you just retain from seeing, hearing, doing. And so definitely for myself, that's what I plan to do, but I want to build my knowledge to my arsenal, like I said, for planning these trips for my future clients. But something I will say that I've been chatting with some coworkers and stuff of mine, I might have mentioned to you, is, not only doing this for really cheap for 5, 6, 7 countries in Europe for 15 days, but I'm trying to, like I said, not only just travel for my own leisure, but just make an impact.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, not only learn about the culture, but it really, really, really is important to get out there and travel. I mean, I know some people can't go to Europe like we can, which I want to help you do through my business, but just go to the next city, go to the next state. If you're from
the next town.
Exactly. If people like us, you're from Richmond. I hear people all the time, well, I've never been to DC. It's 2 hours away.
Mm-hmm.
I was baffled when someone actually said
2 hours away. I found a parking spot for like $10, and you just walk around.
Exactly.
For a whole day. It's a blast.
Exactly. And I will say, some people get scared that they don't want to travel alone. Mm-hmm. And trips like Europe. Don't get me wrong. I probably couldn't do this trip like this
if we didn't have that
experience
knowledge already of going over there.
But I can't.
Limited knowledge, I would say.
Yeah, I mean, I took a
really
6-day trip to Ireland.
Yeah,
and I still didn't do a lot of planning. That was last year in April. That's 5-6 day trip into Ireland. It's all Dublin, Galway, Cliffs of Moher, Aran Islands. I mean, but that's really more of a laid back itinerary. Excuse me. Now this one we're flying into London, exploring all around.
An action packed.
Yeah,
adventure.
I mean, just so much to see and do. England, Scotland. I'm going to stop there so I don't spoil the rest of the trip. And, there's so much packed in that 15 days to where people have asked me, are you going to sleep? I mean, when you're...
Yeah, I think there's a 3-hour train ride. We can sleep then.
A couple Z's, maybe half of it.
Yeah.
But that's the whole point, you sleep when you're dead, you sleep when you get back. The whole time that you're in the moment, you almost don't want to sleep. You almost forget that you're tired. I mean, a couple Z's here and there, jet lag definitely affects you, but
yeah, you got to push through jet lag though.
Yeah, so I'm honestly at this point, I'm counting down the days. We've been planning the trip for 6-7 months, and I need the break from work, from life, from people. I'm just ready to get away, dude. So same question to you. What are you looking forward to the most?
Other people live their lives, and just little things like how they don't have ice, like just little things like that just blow your mind and make you really appreciate things that you have and see things that you don't really need, and just kind of changes how you see the world in general. And seeing more of that I'm really, really excited about doing that. I'm excited obviously for the adventure. I don't think, other than our trip to Philly, since being an adult, I haven't gone on any big time adventures like this. I got kind of used to it over the last few years of college, so I'm itching for a big adventure again.
Yeah, we did 2 to 3, not semester, but probably the year, 2 or 3 years in a row. So I guess you're right. I mean, you've taken a couple trips to see Tristan in Florida, but big trips like this, I guess you're right.
Mm-hmm.
And it's funny, we were joking last time, Philly was such a little baby trip, and some people would freak out. Oh my gosh, a day trip to Philly. We were like, yeah, it's a 3-hour drive. We'll go do it. See the Rocky statue, Independence Hall, this, that. It's easy. Whereas people, this trip, I've had people freak out. What? You're flying this many times? You're gonna put everything in one bag? You're gonna do what? That's the adventure. That's the beauty of it. I want to be able to pass on, these amazing stories to my kids, my grandkids, generations to come. That's the whole point of it all.
Exactly.
And
if it doesn't work out, it's still a great story.
Exactly.
Everything's a good story.
Still talk about the
bring it back here for the podcast.
Exactly. Podcast, the YouTube. And, that's actually funny, DJ mentioned earlier. But for those of you guys out there that don't know, I actually filmed a movie with a good friend of mine in collaboration with him. We co-produced. It's really, really exciting. Probably going to finish by the end of the year, hopefully. Don't want to spoil too much because it's still
in the Facebook page?
Land of the Free. Thanks for helping me out. I wasn't going to drop it, but
subtle tag.
Land of the Free on Facebook, or you can search at Land of the Free 2018. We're close to 1,000 likes/followers. It'd mean a lot if you got us there. Even more. But that'd be really cool.
You sound like you've done this before.
A little bit. A little bit. But with that being said, that was a dream come true. Me and my brother kind of just drafted this idea, talked with Chris, who's now in the film industry, found these two directors, had a blast.
When you say film industry, what do you mean?
So Chris is an awesome dude. He's been a good friend of mine since middle school. He's always had this drive, kind of like you and I had, except 2 times, the amount that the average person will probably ever have. Mm-hmm. The kid literally made his first movie at the age of 20 off $2,000 and made good money. I mean, he's had other connections through it. It landed on Amazon Prime. He's, 2, 3, 4, 5 maybe movies in or so now. He's, got a couple other productions on the way. Cool show and everything coming up. Don't want to really spoil too much. She might get mad at me. But, I mean, the kid is he's just a visual genius. Just working with him on our own movie, it's been a humbling experience. It's been so cool just to learn from this kid that I literally sat in the same classroom as we were, in adolescence. Like, you just don't, I don't know. You never thought you'd be doing that.
Potential guest star?
Oh, 100%. I was actually supposed to film one with him recently to have for the future, but he got busy. So I said, hey, dude, in the future, we're going to get one in. For sure, a guest star.
You need to get another mic.
We will.
Or you can partner up with yours.
We'll see. Hopefully by then we'll be a little bit bigger and can afford a third mic, so let alone a studio.
Please subscribe.
Please. But yeah, it's been a blast. So with all that being said, hopefully one of my directors, Spencer Sees, he was a phenomenal artist in terms of visual effects, photography, video. I mean, he's talented with the camera. And it was a blast to travel with him for 15 days and across the country filming and shooting, and he's a smart dude.
Most of that you got to keep secrets still, right?
I do. People like you and like my family know a little bit more than the average person, which is nothing.
And I still don't know a whole lot.
Yeah, so it's gonna stay under wraps for now, but we have already gonna chat with Amazon Prime a little bit, which would be a dream come true to have my own movie.
When's the trailer coming out?
So we're hoping this fall or winter.
Teaser teased.
35.
Yeah, and now I'm waiting for the actual trailer.
So it's coming. I promise.
You told me what your ideas are for the trailer. I'm excited to see it.
The ideas are there. It's going to be super inspirational, and that's kind of the movie. We wanted to be very super inspirational, but also like really comical. We wanted to hit home with.
That's why we need a permanent tech guy.
Yeah, just had to reach.
We're taking applications.
Yeah, Luke, what are you doing, dude? You sitting there crawling on the floor fixing the wires or something?
Drop out of college, Luke.
Radford's,
stay in college. You're not very good at this.
Radford's not. Stay your day job, son.
You can just use my charger, Luke.
Oh, he can't get it. Worst case, there's one in my jacket pocket somewhere.
You can get it, dude. It's okay. It's okay, Luke.
Oh my. What a guy.
Okay.
Back on track. Spencer Sees, one of my directors, good buddy of mine now. He might be going with us. And
on a trip to Europe.
Yep. And he expressed interest in filming another movie, which would be an absolute phenomenal time. I think regardless, we're going to film in the movie or a series, whether it be like a YouTube series.
Absolutely.
Or
we're definitely doing a YouTube series.
Yeah, 100%. 100%. I mean, we've never traveled and not filmed at least a little bit.
Yeah.
Even to Philly. I mean, we had that quick little 5-6 minute, whatever, how long
even
ago
if it's
video
just
it
our
was.
Snapchat filming story that we did for the first one.
Wait, what?
Which one of our... It was... Because we... You can only save so much on your phone. I don't know. For some reason, we were saving all of our things on Snapchat.
That's right, yeah.
Remember? It was across the country. We do that across the country.
Well, that's because, technically
most
on
of the
Snap...
footage in our across-the-country trip
were Snap videos, that's
Snap
right.
videos that we took knowing we were going to crop them out and put them into a
That's right, and
video.
they were vertical, and it did terrible with editing.
Mm-hmm.
Because half the videos were horizontal, half were vertical, and then there was pictures, so it looked terrible.
Yeah.
So if you want to waste a couple minutes of your life, go watch our old videos. So
like and subscribe, please.
It would mean a lot. I mean, you can check them out. I think I would recommend checking them out because that would make me feel a bit better to just see where we started. It's real humbling. I mean, I'm not gonna lie, I get a little embarrassed watching them sometimes. I'm like, oh, it's trash. But it's humbling to remember where I've come from. I mean, even the Philadelphia video,
Mm-hmm.
Or some other ones. Like the band videos, they were phenomenal compared to the originals. But they still were not where I want them to be.
You can still grow.
Yeah, so that just comes over time. You get better with editing, shots, equipment.
Work,
exactly. So, I mean, it's...
As long as we've got Edgar Rivas in there, it's going to be a good video, though.
I'm trying to think of a quick joke, but there's too many. Too many that are appropriate, but...
Crikey! Would you look at the size of that one?
We're going to... Come on, tech guy. Bring it up on the screen. Come on, tech guy. He's really...
He just holds a phone up for you. He's
Next
arm sticking.
One of these days we'll be on the JRE level and just pop up a huge 50-inch screen and show it, but currently our tech guy is trying to unravel an iPhone cord, so baby steps.
He got it on.
Baby steps.
It's okay.
It's okay, dude.
All right.
Moving on. Gotta quit being distracted.
No.
That's all right. We'll get used to it as each episode goes. So we talked about what we're looking forward to from the trip. Remember last time for Canada, we strangely asked what are we not looking forward to? Like what's something that, not something you're not looking forward to, but something that was like, we got to deal with that. Or, we might hit this obstacle. Every trip has it, and we face it almost every trip.
The only thing I can think of is possibly like a difficult morning after a good night. But even that, in Amsterdam, was a fantastic story.
You mean Rotterdam?
Rotterdam, yeah, correct. Thank you.
Should we save that one for another time?
Oh yeah, no, that's a whole story for another time.
That could probably take a full hour episode, honestly.
Oh yeah. But even that was that's a good story. So like, I'm not wishing anything doesn't happen.
Oh no, and
like
I know what you
I've got pictures of that next morning, and it's hilarious. I looked.
Yeah, we gotta say that
dead.
story. You were.
Yeah.
We were walking zombies, but we met some cool people the night before. We had an amazing time in Rotterdam, and that was the first full day and night in another country
even the first full
ever.
Day, was it? It was that morning of. Like we didn't spend the whole day.
That's right.
We flew in that morning.
Good old jet
Anyways,
lag.
Different story, another day.
Yeah, no, don't get off topic with that because we could finish the episode with that. So.
Anything else you want to talk about our upcoming trip before we move on to some other topics?
I'm just excited to hit another Europe trip with you, dude. We've hit a lot of domestic. This is definitely going to be...
Count Banff domestic?
Oh.
Does Canada count as a...
I just offended a lot of Canadians out there.
Yeah. Or, I don't know.
It almost felt domestic only because we drove. I think it's a matter of flying together. It's a matter of flying. That's what's throwing me off here. Oh, well, I feel bad for that one. I do. I can't believe I said that. Sorry, Canadians. Fine. It's our first big trip in at least a year.
You're upsetting our buddy Frank. No, Jeff. Sorry.
Canadian Frank.
Canadian
Jeff,
Frank.
Trevor, Tony.
Oh,
he's Italian.
Tony.
He's Italian.
He's still Canadian. He's Canadian at heart.
Fair. We need to go back and visit him.
We do. I wonder if he'd remember us.
Dude, one of the guys that I've interviewed while filming the movie, Thompson, he lives in Banff now. I don't know why I haven't told him to go see if Tony's still there.
He's got to still be there.
Probably still
it's his place.
Probably. It's,
unless it closed down, but it seemed like it was...
Can we tell a story about it, meeting him?
Sure. Go ahead.
Okay. I'll start it.
I'll butt in if you lie.
Yeah, our fact checker's not over there, not working very hard, so he wasn't there, so you get a pass. Hall pass this time. So this was March 2018, or spring break, and we took a 36-hour one-way road trip from Emory, Virginia.
Not in a Ford Fiesta.
Thank God. That was difficult the first trip, but we made it. We were in a Ford Escape, so slight upgrade. With 5 guys on the way there, luggage stacked to the roof. Amazing time.
We seem to always lose somebody on our trips. On the way back.
That's true.
Who's going to be lost on this European adventure?
Well, rock, paper, scissors.
We lost somebody on our Europe trip, too.
We did?
Yeah.
Yeah, Mackenzie.
Yeah, she stayed.
Yeah, she stayed behind because her family was coming over.
We've lost somebody on every... We could count losing Dallas on our trip to New York.
Yeah, we did lose one.
Every trip we've gone on, that has more than just you and me. We've lost somebody. Not lost like in a bad way. Just they haven't finished.
Lost
the
in
trip
spirit.
with us.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Anyways, we're driving 36.
3 going, 1 to lose.
Spencer will probably just stay there for a video shoot. We'll just go with that. We'll think of that in our heads. We can't keep the streak up. So 36 hours one way to Banff National Park. It's in...
Fact check that, Luke.
Gosh. It's in Alberta, closer to British Columbia. The western side of the park is...
You getting this, Luke?
Yeah, there's a lot of fact checking you got to do. We're waiting.
Can't trust Cody's geography here. So it turns out Banff is on the east coast of Canada.
Oh my gosh. Where's that map up there? Oh, that's only the United States.
Again, insulting the Canadians.
Was that the last night we were in? No, that was the second to last. No, second to last? All right, so we took 3 days there to drive up there. Stops all along the way. 5.5 days in Banff, 3 on the way back?
Mm-hmm.
And it was our second to last night, and we decided to hit the old town of Banff for dinner. We got Elk Burgers, which for the first time, phenomenal, with some local brewed stuff. Went to some other pubs and another brewery, and we went to check out some new spots. So we go to Tony's little restaurant.
Completely forgot how this whole thing started. I just know the story of Tony, but I forgot how the story starts.
None of us remember fully until you sit down and talk about how each night started. So we're finishing this night, and what appeared to be this weird storefront with plants in it, and I don't even remember the bar name. I don't even remember the name of it. But we walk in, and it has a lot of different sports. It's like replays of Champions League games from the last day and
we walk
the previous
in, and
morning.
the place is pretty empty. And we walk in,
right?
And the bartender, we didn't know it was a bartender. The bartender was standing by the door, and he said, "Are you guys going to eat or drink?" And we were like, "Oh yeah, drink." He's like, "All right, come on over," and sits us at the bar. Gets us our drinks and all that kind of stuff, and then we find out that the place closed 10 minutes before we walked in, pretty much. It was already closed.
Oh, no, they're about to close in 10 minutes.
Yeah.
So that's why I asked, and yeah, okay, it's all coming back to me now. And that's right, he asked that we sit down at the bar and gives a little, little menus, check out what local brewed stuff is, specials, so on and so forth. And I think we all just ordered. We all kind of got like our own thing, got a pint or so. And I think there's some other dude that actually rang us up and was bartending at the time. He left.
We hadn't even seen Tony yet.
No.
Tony came in, and the other guy went back into the back room to clean up or whatever. Tony leans over the bar counter from the other side, eating a baguette. And just looks at us, and he looks like he's a very distinct.
His eyes are wide open. I mean, so wide. Doesn't blink for probably 5 minutes, and just says,
"He's got a straight.
What's your story?"
Right down the middle.
The man looks Edgar in the eye, Will in the eye, and just says, "What's your story?" Just like that. I mean, he sounded like he was
while eating the baguette.
Chewing with his mouth open. His hair is greasy. He's got a couple probably buffalo sauce stains on his white V-neck that was barely big enough to fit him. It was that we didn't know what was going on.
Or was it the Aeropostale one?
Actually, I think it was Hollister.
Hollister, yeah.
It was 50-year-old Italian man, Italian Canadian wearing a Hollister V-neck. Wow, such a combo. I can't even tongue twister. And we're sitting there. And I feel like it takes 10 seconds for someone to respond. Yeah. Because we're like, what?
How do you answer that?
Yeah, just...
What's your story?
That's not a typical pickup line at the bar.
What time was this about?
Close to maybe 11 o'clock. And so basically the bar was closed. Restaurant was closed, whatever. Shutting it down. There's maybe another couple and 2 other snowboarders in the back. They're probably about finishing the drinks. And we're sitting there watching highlights. And next thing he starts talking to us. And conversation continues. And next thing you know, we just start going on these crazy in-depth tangents about professional athletes and how he's...
Well, before... No. Okay, go on.
Professional... Oh, I know what you're saying. Professional athletes and just how he feels about, players shamming because they make all this money. And, I mean, some really, really, honestly intriguing topics and conversation came from what we thought was going to be the creepiest interaction we'd ever have.
Turns out to be a freaking numbers junkie. Like, he knows stats like nobody have ever known.
He knows like
before.
who won the MVP of the Premier League debut season. He knows who scored the first goal in the Champions League in 1978.
He went through nearly every single World Cup winner from the beginning of the World Cup in order and who they played against.
Saying like at a snap pace. 78.
He's got it known.
80 or whatever.
It blew our mind. And then so we're talking to him for a little bit. His the bartender comes in and out every now and then, and he makes some jokes saying this guy knows, using him to kind of bounce jokes off of about like baseball players and whatnot, if you remember. And then
That's right.
that guy leaves, and pretty much the place is empty at this point. We're just talking. We're all done with our drinks, and he goes, "All right, we're closed. If you guys stay, the next round of drinks are on me."
We all look, feeling like we're stealing a drink from him, and he's like, "Oh, all right, you're staying." And sure enough, we'll all get some Guinnesses
and
drinks. Sure enough,
and we talked till
probably for like 1 a.m.
I would say so.
And it was worth every second,
Absolutely, he had lessons to be learned, and
that's insanity.
Some of the most freaking hilarious
favorite word, insanity.
Insanity. He's a monster.
He's a monster.
You don't
insanity
understand.
Of a player. Oh, I have to go back. We have to go back and visit him.
Yeah,
I just need to look up the restaurant.
I remember what it looks like.
I'll never forget what it looks like, but I didn't remember the name. Shame on us. I'll probably have a receipt from there.
Anyways, we had a great night there. Go back to our hotel resort, whatever you want to call it.
Up on the mountain.
And then next morning we were leaving out to head back home.
No. That was because we went Wednesday, then we went Thursday. We went and visited him.
That's right. We went in the next morning. It was our last day. And we went in and we were talking to him, and he was like, "Oh, you guys have to go try the spa or the sauna." What was it, spa?
It was the original hot spring. It's on the side of a mountain, and may I mind you, it was blizzarding all day.
We had no idea about it. We didn't know what we were going to do that day.
Yeah.
We didn't know what we were going to do that day. We just went down there in the morning because we wanted to say hi to Tony again, because we had such a great time talking to him the day before.
Some of the guys
we thought we had a great connection. We thought it was hilarious. We wanted to just say hi to him again. He told us to come back.
He did.
He told us to come back, so we came back. The second we walked in, this guy, he's the owner of the place. And he's busting tables, he's delivering food, he's taking orders. We come in, and he nearly stops everything to sit down with us and talk to us for like another 15, 20 minutes, talk about soccer with us. There was a game on. He turns around and goes, "Oh, now these guys are all-stars up here. These guys are insanity. Watch this."
It was Milan Arsenal Europa League. I'll never forget that.
Yep.
I think there was like 3 goals within 5 minutes.
And so he sits down, he's talking to us for a while. And then he gets up, he goes back to work, and he swings by and you could tell while watching him go around, he made every single person in that restaurant feel like they were there
at home.
Yeah,
right.
Like he was giving them, each one of them, 100% of his focus. It was amazing to watch
As
him work.
the owner, manager, the whole 9 yards, he just wasn't some little busboy that, "Oh, excuse me, sir, can I get your glasses?" Nah, he played every role very well. But
yeah, it was a lot of fun. And then he gave us the deets on the
natural hot springs. It was up on the side of the mountain, and so we went up there, and
that was our plan. We went up there, rented bathing suits, towels.
Baywatch, the red Baywatch bathing suits, and all the Canadians there looked at us because there's 5 guys in red bathing suits.
And we spent an hour there.
Probably.
That was one of the
more super
spectacular.
Cheap. It's like $2 to rent a bathing suit.
That was one of the more spectacular parts of the trip. I mean, just sitting in the hot spring, looking into a blizzard, having no idea how high up you are.
That's right, because it was so
blizzarding. You couldn't see more than 50 feet ahead of you.
See, it's moments like that is why I travel. It's why we travel.
We had no idea we were going to be doing that day.
No.
We just knew we wanted to go say hi to our friend again. Went in, said hi, caught up, had some food. We had some appetizers, I believe.
Yep.
A little expensive. Tony, drop your prices for us, but
please, when we come back.
Had a good time. Gave us some deets. Didn't have the plans, so we were open to do whatever we wanted. We were even thinking about staying for a little bit longer because Jeff was offering us.
Yeah, Jeff was, dude, you got to go Sunshine Mountain.
Well, Jeff is a different story for another podcast.
Yes, But our buddy Jeff also sang in the resort.
From Banff per podcast.
God, it's gonna last a while. But
that's the idea.
Yes, bada bing, bada boom. But I mean, all in all, that's why we travel. It's moments and memories like that. You know, we make references and jokes to that's insanity or he's a monster. Hey, remember that guy Tony? You know, all the time.
My favorite thing was, I think Tony made me look at sports differently. He made me look at sports in a completely different light. He would, you know, there would be highlights going on of like a football game, and he would look up at that guy and go, "See, that's what people don't understand. People think that they can do that. People think that that's easy. This guy, this quarterback, is being tackled by a professional at tackling. This isn't just you or me tackling. This guy's job is to tackle. Yep. He is a professional at tackling. And he gets tackled by 300 pounds and gets up like it's nothing."
That's right, because he was like, think of
that guy hits me, I'm not getting up.
That's right. He's like, so many people give such a hard time to Peyton Manning and Tony Romo and Tom Brady, the guys that have gotten hurt from hits, Brett Favre. But in reality, think of the games they have. Their offensive line is bad games. You get hit 6 times. 6 times by a 300-pound beast. Mm-hmm. That man is...
he's not just any 300-pound man.
He's a professional paid athlete.
He is professional tackler.
Trains, practices day in and day out for years on end.
He knows how to launch himself at you.
Exactly. And those guys are out there even taking hits from their blind side. Like if the left tackle blows his cover, that defensive end, defensive lineman,
a normal person doesn't get back up from that.
No. Meanwhile...
At least that's what Tony said.
Yes. Which, I mean, he's not lying.
Yeah.
He's not lying. And that can be argued with a lot of sports, you know? Like, look at the soccer. You know, look at all the professional soccer players out there. I mean, look how many miles they run a game. I mean, if we played college soccer ourselves, but those guys are freaks. I
remember Tony had, I can't remember exactly what the message he was telling us was, but he had something about 1 second. Remember that? One moment changes a lifetime or something like that. In regards to sports, he was talking about how one moment of spectacularness makes a legend. Something like that. I can't remember exactly what it was, but I distinctly remember that. I thought that was really interesting.
I think he was talking about when you think of players that are good, when you think of like the NBA, you automatically think of Michael Jordan, LeBron James, Kobe Bryant. You think of all those that have won everything. But his point is, you know, all those trophies and stuff looks nice on a trophy case and all those accolades. But think of the time that Reggie Miller scored, what was it, like 14 points in X amount of, you know, seconds. Not minutes, seconds. And it had to do with that. He said, you know, it was a matter of you typically, you know, the big household names, like I said, LeBron, Kobe, the whole 9 yards, all the rest of those guys. But someone can easily just change not even their career, their life, but the sport in general in 1 second. Or a couple seconds, like Reggie Miller.
A moment.
Exactly. And that's seen in every sport.
Are you fact checking, Luke?
These are they're sleeping.
Caught.
It's 2 strikes, Cody. Dude.
Keep going about your unfactual stuff. No idea how it's being checked.
1 more strike, you're out. You're walking back to Radford, not driving. I'm taking your keys, bub. Having too much Pepsi over there.
Bub.
That's more like it. Drink that water. But yeah, just 1 second can change someone's career or the sport. I think of, what's another good example? 2010 World Cup. Luis Suarez decides to take a bite out of the dude's shoulder. That moment will live on forever. He's done it 3 times.
Yeah, it's not a moment. It's multiple. That's events.
Well, some people didn't know he did the first 2. Because if you don't, you know, regularly watch soccer like we do,
just
if they're not a big fan of, See, some people just watch soccer for the World Cup.
I remember when that happened. It was just, no, not again. Surely not again.
Other people are freaking out. Oh my gosh, a professional athlete bit another professional athlete. It was like, yeah, Mike Tyson did a big deal. Be quiet.
Surely not again.
But I mean, it's one of the that's probably the best example I can think of right now. And just that, so many memes have come out about like his teeth and like the way he looks, just speaking, you know, but I guarantee they never would have came out if he didn't bite Chiellini in the World Cup.
It's a habit thing. Once it happens, it happens. Gotta be.
Poor Chiellini. Luis Suarez is known for biting the guy in the World Cup. Chiellini is known as being bitten in the World Cup. I don't know what side's worse. But at the end of the day, Tony's right.
It's too large.
Luis Suarez plays for
2014? What did you say? 2010? Oh,
doing your job. A strike's taken
Good
away.
job, Luke.
That's what I like to see.
Fact checking. So everything
time.
else he said was false, but at least we got the year right.
High fives all around. You can get another one. Still have one strike though. Don't earn it back.
That was pretty good, Luke.
That was good. That was good. He's earning his stripes. Awesome. All right, you can come back for the next episode. Oh man. What? Did we just say the same thing?
Did you say, oh man?
Yep.
Yeah. All right, twisting it up big time here. How was Freddy's?
Freddy's and I have a very lovely relationship. I don't get it often. DJ's blessed
Freddy's
here in Fredericksburg with 3
steak burgers and frozen custard. I think that's the full name.
Tristan full-fledged introduced us to it.
As the East Coast In-N-Out.
Which he's not wrong.
In-N-Out.
When you get the California style deluxe burger, the number 3 on the menu, kind of pricey, but it's worth every penny. I come up to DJs here and there for lift sessions, Premier League weekends.
Podcasts now.
And that's fair, another good reason. And it's tradition for me to go to Freddy's from up here because there's none in Richmond, but there's 3 up here.
If you follow Cody on Snapchat, you know every time he's at Freddy's.
Very true. There's always...
Follow Cody on Snapchat.
I think it's Instagram.
Instagram.
Close enough.
Nobody uses Snapchat anymore.
Accurate. So, Freddy's and I have a very lovely relationship. It's just one of a kind. You know, the steak burgers, it's quality. It's not like your Mickey D's and your Wendy's. Good. Fact checker, fixed computer. Get that strike back.
Tisk, tisk.
But Freddy's is unique. It's quality. You may pay $9 for the deluxe double California burger, whatever it is, but it's made just like In-N-Out, except it's a steak burger and it's quality. I haven't had a bad one once. Their fries are always on point. They give you
controversial.
You just made Tristan's heart tear in two from here.
Tristan's not gonna watch these anymore.
Like he's probably performing on stage in Disney World, which a lot of people don't know that. Spoiler. Probably performing on stage right now and his heart tripped in two. How do you feel about that?
He probably
just got fired because of you. Jerk.
He probably felt it deep in his soul.
Just watch him call us in like 10 minutes. As soon as the podcast ends, he's just going to call. It's going to be like a horror movie, just like knows.
What'd you say about In-N-Out?
What? No.
Oh, man.
I just remember...
My favorite part of our trip across the country was when Edgar did the thumbs down part for In-N-Out. That was best.
That's because Tristan thought he was kidding, but he was dead serious.
Yeah, I know. Me and Edgar thought In-N-Out was overrated. The burgers aren't bad.
No.
But the thing about In-N-Out as a whole...
You have to get...
I get that the animal style
all right, how about
is
this?
good.
I'll admit I was caught up in the nostalgia of trying this glorious In-N-Out that everyone over here over there on the West Coast crazes and freaks out over and all this and that. It was amazing because I got animal style burgers and fries. I had like 2 orders of everything. It was great. Second time I had it, we were on the way to Tahoe, and yeah, I won't lie, it was kind of a letdown. The fries were soggy, but the animal style, I think I got one. I want to try one normal, so I just put some salt, but they were soggy.
It was good. It's just it wasn't mind blowing.
No.
And their only thing they have is the burgers and fries, pretty much.
It's a cheeseburger, a hamburger, and a French fry.
That's pretty much all they have.
Combination.
I think that's underrated.
Like, look at McDonald's. I mean, at least they try to have like the McRib.
Well, I think In-N-Out's better than McDonald's, but still. Are you saying that McDonald's is better than In-N-Out, Cody? Because I think that's a great way to make sure nobody watches or listens to our podcast.
Mickey D's French fries, if you go to the right spot, the golden crisp. Just the little bit oh, come on. If you go to the right McDonald's, their French fries, they slap. They're my go-to. But I probably just made Tristan's heart break in half.
Oh, you definitely did. You thought you were on his side with In-N-Out.
No, not anymore. You introduced me to Freddy's. He screwed up himself. He's
That's true.
the reason.
Tristan.
So
that's on you.
He's did it himself. But I agree. You know, once you try In-N-Out for the first time, I guarantee you probably in your first bite, like, oh, that's pretty decent. But as you start to eat it, you're like, yeah, the hype's going away. Mm-hmm. And that's how it was for the second and third time. And it's one of those ones where it's...
Also, me and Edgar are rather picky people.
True.
So we didn't get the animal style. We just got, which I know that's the reason why we
got
didn't
just
like
a cheeseburger?
We just got a normal cheeseburger, yeah. Which, I think the first time, me and Edgar both didn't put the sauce on it either. Which I know that's also a big sin.
Oh, the actual sauce, yeah.
I think it's also a big sin for In-N-Out. But the second time we went, we got the sauce because we learned our mistake. And, I mean, it's better, but it's not great. The world famous animal style burgers, what they're known for. That's like what's
100%.
supposed to be so good.
Like when Jeff was
but
out.
If you're picky and you don't want to eat that,
yeah.
What's the point in going there?
Like when Jeff was out there, he sent me some pictures. I think it was on Instagram, Snapchat, something. Of his animal style, he had a couple of burger tries. Like, you're doing it right. At least if you're gonna try it, you gotta get animal style. But I will say, Culver's Whataburger.
I still haven't had Whataburger yet.
It's better than In-N-Out.
Oh, controversial.
Whataburger's better than In-N-Out. I've been there twice, both times in Jacksonville. Ooh. Culver's is better.
Oh man.
All right, you can't sit here and lie to me
that
you didn't
pause.
think.
We're going to do a whole 30-minute part of a podcast where we're going to rank fast food places.
Not today, but another time.
We
should.
Another time. That's going to be difficult.
Can we eat it while we're doing it?
Holy cow.
We have to go to the gym for 5 hours before.
There's got to be at least 10 fast food places within 5 miles of both my house and your house that we could have.
Yeah.
10 meals.
Now, are we ranking burgers or just fast food in general? Because, I know...
You gotta do fast food in general. I think the whole experience is crucial.
Because I know you're the one that's... Oh, Chick-fil-A is number one.
No. Freddy's is number one for me. But I don't know if Freddy's is considered...
Over Chick-fil-A?
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah.
I've never heard you admit Chick-fil-A is number one.
I love Chick-fil-A. I think Chick-fil-A is amazing, but Freddy's is, just so good.
Over Chick-fil-A. Wow. Yeah. Some... Tech guy, you're gonna have a strike for that.
Tech guy is saying, no, I don't like Freddy's brother Chick-fil-A. The actual fact is Chick-fil-A is better. I'm sorry. Thank you.
Tech guy, you act like you can't speak.
You can speak.
There's not 10 fast food areas.
Oh, how many are there?
Within 5.
8?
Within
what
5.
Are they?
Within 5 miles.
There's Taco Bell, Burger King, Sonic, Cookout, Chick-fil-A, Wendy's, KFC.
Freddy's isn't 5 miles away.
Is Freddy's considered fast food? There's a drive-thru.
There's a drive-thru. Yeah.
Well, Panera has a drive-thru. Is Panera considered fast food?
If there's a drive-thru, it has to make it fast food. If you can get your food within 5 minutes from paying, come on.
Chick-fil-A is not even fast food.
It's 5.4.
It's express dining.
Freddy's is.
Freddy's is what?
5.4.
5.4. Oh, it's outside the range.
Is Five Guys fast food?
Damn. If Freddy's is outside the range...
No, seriously, it's Five Guys fast food because they're always ranked as the best burger in America, but...
Fast food doesn't have... Or Five Guys doesn't have a drive-thru, do they? Do they?
I don't think so.
I don't think they do.
No.
What?
No,
Luke, look
food.
up...
Five Guys is not fast food.
Look up the definition of fast food.
Yeah, I think you're right.
Look up the definition of fast food. This is why we need it.
Exactly. You might actually...
We're seriously taking applicants. Send them in.
And like and subscribe. That's my
Send them to our Twitter page. Traveling Techers.
Instagram, Facebook.
Send them in. Send them in.
We're asking too much.
You can speak. Fast food. Food that can be prepared quickly and easily is sold in a restaurant and snack bars as quick meals or to be taken out.
Yep, Five Guys.
Well, what's considered fast?
Why don't we ask our viewers
quickly?
And our fans? They can comment.
It's
Five Guys fast food. Comment below.
Yeah.
In the industry, it's not.
In the industry, it's not? Mm-hmm. Well, that's just because the industry kicked them out because they were too good. All
right, we can agree to disagree, and we can agree on that one, I think. All right, now Five Guys or Freddy's?
Freddy's.
Okay.
Freddy's, yeah. If Five Guys had a sauce, maybe. But you can't beat fry sauce.
That's very true. I feel like now...
I think that's how you can properly rank the best fast food places.
Yes.
It's based on their sauce alone. If you take their sauce alone,
that's
you
true.
take a generic
because
fry.
You can go to a mom and pop and have a cheeseburger just as good as Freddy's.
Yeah.
But it's the fact of a sit-down restaurant. It's a different vibe. It's
experience that they give you.
I'll agree with that. Because look at Zaxby's. I think Zaxby's is neck and neck with Chick-fil-A because of their sauce. But that's just me. You're picky.
Yeah,
so
okay.
Yeah, exactly. That's what I thought.
We'll see.
Tech guy, no, that does it. You're getting a strike for that one. Thank you, sir. So Chick-fil-A sauce, Zax sauce, fry sauce at Freddy's.
We'll have a whole. We can have a whole podcast about fast food places.
I'm liking this, but we have to try it. All right, comment below if you think Five Guys is fast food.
Can they comment on our podcast platform right now?
YouTube.
Oh yeah. So this is specifically for YouTube viewers.
It'll make them go listen to one and then watch the other.
So if you're listening to this on the podcast forum or platform, go also watch the
We're not
YouTube
on Reddit.
one. Yeah. I fixed it. Why not?
Oh, all right. So for our YouTube listeners, viewers, watchers, whatever, comment below, Five Guys of Fast Food. Explain why.
We got 10 minutes.
We do. We've been rocking and rolling. Well, we're going to do a fast food podcast now.
We're going to do a fast food podcast?
We've got a lot to do.
Yeah, we do.
But we're still kind of breaking through the ice. We're getting better. We're learning. We're open to open up to suggestions.
Yeah, we'll see.
Definitely comment. Let us know what you think. By the way, Evan Williams.
Yep.
We're taking.
Let's get the bottle over here.
We're taking suggestions for future podcasts. We'll give you a shout out
Evan Williams,
when we
100% proof.
taking shout outs for anyone that
Hashtag
ever
not
has
sponsored.
a beer or a liquor reference.
Or cigar.
Once we're on that level.
Yeah.
Once we're on that
I'm
level.
on that level.
I'm not saying we're not on that level. It's a matter of. Do you have that Joe Rogan?
It's a matter of
Power?
having a studio that we can smoke a cigar in while doing
Not
this.
your living room
Not
apartment.
in here, no.
We'll get there.
We'll have a fan constantly blowing.
I mean, the door's there. It'd be perfect. It'd be absolutely perfect.
An outside one.
So.
I don't think we ever mentioned that we're doing this in my apartment this time.
Yeah, that's right. So I guess in
Cody's beautiful childhood bedroom.
yes, beautiful. The hodgepodge range of colors, the packed nonsense. It's great. But hopefully within the next couple episodes, we're gonna be moving into my brother and I's apartment.
Mm-hmm.
So he and I will have a nice little setup. We're gonna have a little studio out there for sure. Lots and lots of props and Easter eggs that people gotta look out for.
Yeah.
Actually, that's on my Instagram story today.
Did you see them?
There's actually one that's very foreshadowing.
Follow Fit Cruth.
It's Cody Caruth. It's not Fit Caruth.
Yeah.
Stop trolling me. You're the reason that kids do bad things nowadays. My bullying is DJ. No, it's really cool. There's gonna be a lot of Easter eggs, a lot of stuff that we want you to kind of pick out. Maybe stuff that you can send us and add to our collection. I love stuff like that. Even just like a small knickknack or something you made. That'd be so cool. It'd mean a lot to us. Whether it's bracelet, whatever, it can go to the collection there. Might make it on. We need like a wall of fame.
That'd be pretty cool.
Or like have like a shelf, like an elf on the shelf with something like cool stuff, Or we could put an elf on the shelf, make them watch the YouTube and hide it really
Put
well.
an elf on the shelf and we'll hang the Swole Patrol hat on it.
Oh, say less.
Dude, we have to do a whole podcast with the whole Swole Patrol.
Oh dear Lord, we have so much to do.
That'd be amazing.
I hope you're writing this down,
That'd
tech
be
guy.
amazing. That'd be amazing, man. If we had the whole Swole Patrol in here.
That would be cool. I'm not buying former mics.
No, bring your own mics, guys. Bring your phone.
We'll put on
works.
a little studio
Just
mode.
hold. Yeah. Oh, yeah. We
Put on studio mode. So, all right. Well, in closing, we're counting down the minutes here. It's been another good episode.
This one's been easier.
It has. It's fun. I can tell how it gets easier as we go. Let alone by each episode. So probably like 5 episodes in, we'd feel like you've been doing it for quite some time. Oh, this tech guy tightens up over there.
Step up your game.
Tech guy. Speaking of tech guy, it's Luke. It's DJ's little brother. For those of you
Making a trip down from college.
Yeah, I just started his freshman year at Radford. That's an awesome step. Making us so proud.
If you're from Radford, hit him up. He's single.
Ooh. He's rocking his full Radford fit.
Making
tonight.
sure everybody knows he's from Bradford.
I think
Hoodie, shorts, shirt, hat. Didn't see his boxers, but safe to assume. Don't show us.
Womp womp. So, for those of you that have asked me recently, the last week or two, this podcast is it's kind of gonna start out as more like a personality, a everyday life kind of podcast. We're gonna have, of course, there's segments like
talking for first a little bit,
but we definitely, as we break the ice, we're gonna slowly move into specific segments, such as we're gonna do Premier League / just World Soccer, travel and lifestyle.
Speaking of which, Chelsea plays tomorrow. What time?
10 a.m.
Liverpool play at 7:30, so it's...
We play Wolves.
Yep.
Yes.
We play Newcastle, so...
At 7:30? I'm not
at
waiting.
7:30.
That's an 8
It's a tough game
hours.
to wake up for.
I'm not waking up for that.
It's a tough game to wake up for, but I'll be there.
Bold move, Captain. Bold move.
Yeah. I'm not watching in my bed, but I'll be there.
In spirit. So, we're just
waking
going...
you up to watch you. You're sleeping on my couch. My TV's right out here. That's tough.
I'm going home.
That's tough.
No, it's
and
fine.
then this week, real quick, Champions League. Liverpool plays Napoli.
Oh my lord, it is.
Yeah, on my calendar right over there. Liverpool plays Napoli on, what is that, Tuesday?
Chelsea
at
plays
3?
on Wednesday, I think.
Oh,
Wow.
Chelsea's in the Champions League this year? Oh, that's
We won the
funny.
Europa League last year. Nerd.
Oh, yeah. That's why you guys were in the Super Cup.
Hey, more silverware than Arsenal. More silverware than Arsenal and Tottenham.
That's very true.
They're looking very dusty over there on the other side of London.
Do we know anybody that's a Tottenham fan?
Couch.
Okay.
I don't know who else. Yeah, the dude's last name's Couch, in case you were wondering.
You think Couch is watching this?
I hope so.
I doubt it.
If he is, I hope he shouts us out and calls us
Yeah,
out.
give us a like, Couch.
A coworker of mine is.
Really?
Screw you, Scott.
I know one person.
Fellow redhead, though.
Oh, nice.
Fellow redhead.
We're automatic friends then, I think. I think that's how that works out.
Probably.
All right. Let's see. I think that's it for soccer real quick. Let's see. What other things we want to touch on?
Travel and lifestyle.
much
Specifically our trips, especially with the ones coming up. We're going to tell stories of our past.
Mm-hmm.
And the whole point of it is not just a rant and just let's talk about our old times, but for you to learn from it, for you to see like through our happiness of traveling and our experience. We want y'all to have that experience. It's very possible, and that's why I'm trying to start a business to help you be able to make your traveling dreams come true. If it's just going to New York City and you live in, DC or go across the country or to Europe, Asia, Africa, like I want to help you do that. So once I get the business up and running in the next couple of months, it's by all means, I'll shoot the website out there, link it to the pages.
You're going to start your business here soon?
I would like to start it this year. I don't know if I should just focus on the movie first and just wait till 2020. That'd be kind of cool. Business starting in 2020, turning the...
You have a name for it yet? Other than Fit Cruth Travels? I like that. Like and comment if you also agree.
I have no comment. I want to have my last name in it, though, all jokes aside. I think it'd be kind of cool. Caruth isn't a very common last name. So I think that'd be kind of cool. And just kind of, it's like not only the touch, but like generations to come if it would to be around. So we'll see.
We will see.
We shall see. Well, that's I think all we
That's
got.
it for,
That concludes episode 2.
Episode 2. I almost said season 2. Episode 2.
Whoa.
Wraps up. Thank
Hard-
you, tech guy.
Tech guy, you're doing a decent job. Well done. Everyone clap it up for our tech guy. Don't actually clap.
Oh.
Stop.
Oopsies.
Episode 2. What's in store for episode 3?
Episode 3, are we telling them that we're doing that right after this? Or no? No, okay. We're talking about Game of Thrones.
No, we're not.
I'm not caught up yet, so we can't do that. Discussion for
okay.
another day.
Thanks for watching episode 2.
Thank you very much.
Like and subscribe. Check out episode 3 probably next
Check
week.
out our Facebook page.
Twitter.
Yep.
Facebook.
Okay, so we're trying to do these once a week.
That's right. We haven't
Upload them on
we
Sunday.
haven't explained that. So we're gonna upload them every Sunday,
Hopefully.
sometime in the evening
We can knock
average.
them out. We live about an hour away from each other, so we're
So-
trying to knock it out so we can.
Exactly.
We're gonna try to do
So
like multiple at a time. We're gonna try to disguise it. We're different outfits, so you can't tell.
Or
telling
just
all of our secrets.
turn my hat forward and just not do it. Just telling all our secrets, DJ. Maybe just show my hat hair off. Gosh.
But yeah, so we're going to try to do once a week, every Sunday, hopefully.
I gotta say, rocking a YouTube channel and podcast is difficult as an adult, but it makes it more fun.
Yeah.
Camera's just died, I think.
That's okay. Camera's dead, so right now, if you're watching on YouTube, you see the CD Logic logo. Let us know if you like it.
I think it's dead.
It's probably like
it's not lighting up.
Tech guy, you're on your game. All right, you lose all your strikes. Thank you.
All right. On that note, our camera's telling us it's time to be done. So.
Thanks for watching episode 2. Like and subscribe. Until next time.
See ya.